I have no idea what happened there. It kept buffering. I'm so upset.
Well, you were freezing up a little bit in there, but that was really cool.
That was really
I
cool.
liked it. It's
I'm
moody.
bummed that it buffered though. Shoot.
I like
Oh,
your
well.
little investigation one with a magnifying glass. That was good.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was fun to make. And then, oh my God, we have people in chat already, and I'm not even set up for. It was one of those days I couldn't. I accidentally fell asleep for a little nap and stuff.
Needed
So,
it.
ta-da! Welcome everybody. As I try to get my chat up on my phone because I like to use emojis and I can't do it. Yeah, I'm having a little technical difficulties here. So bummer about the intro, all buffering on me and stuff. But,
Pictures
oh
were
well.
cool.
Anyway, Amber, where's your background?
I just wanted
Where's your
my
kitchen?
basement kitchen background. I thought it
Looks
would
so
be
real.
more creepy.
It is. It's the retro. Hey everybody. I just want to say I was just thinking how this is full circle for me. Just last weekend we had my channelversary, and to kick off my channel, we did a paranormal investigation with Peter, Julie, and Amber, and here we are again 1 year later, another investigation, another spooky place, and I'll just thank you for being there. This is awesome right now. So,
Well, we're glad to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for having me.
oh, this is so
The fact that
fun.
we get invited back is like a big thing to me.
They let us come back.
Hey, let us come back.
Whoa.
All right, before we get into any stories, I'll just say hi to a couple people real quick. Diane came.
Hi, Diana.
And of course, Jackie's here.
Hi,
And
Jackie.
we have Michael, aka Wolf. Thank you for coming tonight. Wolf has a haunted home of his own, and
Really?
so I sent him this stream so that he can see what we do. And then hopefully he'll want to join us and we can investigate for him as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited. Thank you for coming. And then we have Scott.
Hey,
we have
Scott.
Heather. Oh, chat's jumping. Heather. I know. Amber just taught me how to do a backdrop. I'm so excited. Everybody had these cool backdrops. I'm like, and I have my fae behind me. That's not spooky at all. We have Debbie and Sonja.
Hi.
And my finger's not working. And I think I'm caught up for now. Brendan won't be joining us. He's at work. And so, kind of boo. Okay. So, so tonight we are here because Julie and Peter J. Watts, you guys visited a cute little, what you thought was a cute little village, Pioneer Village, and you went into this one homestead, and that changed your mind of cute, correct? You want
Yeah.
It was
tell
still
us
a
a
really
little
cool
bit about
village.
it.
It was at the cutest house too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing really that looked scary about it. It just felt really like awful.
Ooh, some weird sound effects.
Is that you?
I know. I'm like,
Ooh. I even forgot to put my band. That video threw me off because I'm like, okay, welcome. I'll be your ghost for this evening. Enter at your own risk, and imagine, if you will, a dark, stormy night. Okay, so this is for entertainment purposes only, but what we have to disclaim that. But you know, we're all gifted, and we've gotten some awesome investigations before, and so even if it's for entertainment purposes, we find potential valid answers for things, which I love that. So
Yeah, we don't know much about this house at all. I tried doing some research, and it just came up too quick. A lot of them are like, you got to come down here and go through our archives if you want to see anything. So we know very little about the place, really. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, so where is this place?
It's near Saukville in Ozaukee County in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Would be north of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like what? How many miles?
Probably about 30 to 40 miles north of Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not too far from the lake.
Right.
The whole area, like it's not too far from Cedarburg, which Julie and I have both had really good experiences there.
Past life memories from Cedarburg.
Yeah.
Oh,
And a lot of the houses, there were like 22 different structures on this property.
24.
And they were moved from different places, but mostly from like that area.
Yeah, just like that county.
Saukville and Cedarburg area.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it's just like a county thing, so it's relatively small.
So sort of a cute little German style. What do you call this?
The house itself.
Timber,
they call it a half timber frame.
Half timber. That's it. Because you have these big beams that are filled up with brick, and then it's just a 2-room house. In front of the house had a stone floor.
I'm not sure we can show. We sent pictures. Can you show those at all?
You did, yeah. Let me see if I can find them.
Yeah, because when we looked on the outside, it was really cool. Now we were with 2 friends of ours, so I was kind of hanging out with Roger. Julie was hanging out with Shell, and they went through the house first.
The room that had the bad feelings in it was actually corded off. You couldn't go in, and for most of the houses, you could just walk through the whole house. And that room was corded off.
That particular room, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but it didn't stop the dread from coming and still hitting hard.
Right, so it's a half timber frame built in 1849. It appeared to have been moved from its original location, like completely intact. Like a lot of times with timber structure, they'll take the whole thing apart, and then they'll number everything and they'll put it back together. This one looks like it was the whole thing was just picked up and moved and then set down. Because
oh my gosh,
the plaster was intact, everything, all the bricks were intact. It did not look like it was all brand new. So I think that was probably something that was important, that they didn't put it back together.
So I made this folder for the slide, the pictures, and it says no items. My folder is empty. How rude.
Oh.
Okay.
You want to drop it in the Facebook for me? Maybe I can.
Yeah.
I can. Okay, should I put it in Messenger?
Okay, yeah, do that because.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, things are being weird for me right now. See, there must be stuff going on right now because everything's going on with my electronics.
It's that background, you know. It's got to live up to its hype there.
I mean, I put everything in the folder, named the folder. How just you know. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys can do that, that'd be awesome.
Julie's sending it here.
I am.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm sending you the most important pictures. I'm sending you 4 of the most important ones.
Okay.
So we had a little downtime. So we Roger and I were checking out a blacksmith shop, and we came back and met with those 2, and both of them go, "You got to go into that house and tell us what you feel."
Yeah, I was like, Peter, go in that house and tell me what you feel. I'm not going to say what.
So we approached it, and Roger went in first. I went in after him. So
I was in there with Shelly, and she said, "Well."
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let it in. There we go.
Yeah,
okay.
there.
All right, that's the room.
That's the room.
You tell me when to move forward.
Go ahead. Show the front of the house once.
Really Thank you, Amber. Sure. I'm having technical difficulties.
Yeah, it doesn't look scary.
Yeah, so that's
the house. The little house with the shutters, that's it.
On the right-hand side.
Okay.
That's the smokehouse in the front.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to go in there. It looks so cute.
Wow.
That's a German style of building.
Mm-hmm. And there's Amber Tawn's Live Your Light.
And
which is in the description.
My friend Shelly said maybe the dread was coming off the table.
Okay. And then you can't see my...
It was coming off the table, you said?
Yeah. I said it's right there on that little low table because the table was very, very low.
This one here.
Yeah, it was really low.
So the one in the left-hand part of the
And
picture.
I thought, what if something like if this was a place where there was some abuse that went on?
Right. Well, what caught my eye, of course, would be that cradle, and so we have no way of knowing if that's the original cradle.
Exactly. We don't know if the furnishings came with it or not.
They put it in there.
So, but I love that touch, though.
Right, and you know, we had a bentwood rocker just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
just
awesome.
like
Is that a wood slicer in the background on the thing, on the dresser?
That looks like it might be a block plane. I know. I can't.
Yeah, that's. I was like, I don't know.
Planer. Yeah. A planer. Yeah. So this is the room.
It's called the kit.
So when you walk in the front door, is this right there?
Yeah.
So it's like a one room.
Oh, let me send the rest of the pictures to you, Amber.
Okay. I'll just show the table while you're doing that.
Yeah.
So Julie seemed to have gotten most of her energy that she felt like from this room. When I walked in, it was immediate. Like I felt, and what it felt like to me was like I was having a hard time kind of catching my breath, which was kind of weird. And then once I get in there, I guess the best way I described the feeling when you asked me, I said I didn't call it dread. I just called it like, I forget the word I use now.
You said dread.
No, you said dread. I used, it was like a sense of.
I said oppression.
Oppression. Okay.
I said oppression. You said dread.
Yeah, it was like a sense of dread. Right. So similar kind of reactions to it. So I see a young woman. Who's that?
Yeah. Well, there is a white dress by the
window.
Guys, you see that? It looks like a family tree over the dresser.
Yeah, where that block plane is. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Did you happen to take a picture of it?
We couldn't. We couldn't
walk in the room.
Go into the room.
It was, we were just hanging on. Well, actually, these are pictures that Shelley took.
Just reaching
and they
over
were just absolutely perfect for
Hmm.
what I was looking at. And I didn't take any pictures because I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, so that's the backside of the house.
I'm looking in this mirror here. That
one, that black.
Yes, and the top left corner had like an eerie face looking.
Yeah, kind of a reddish looking.
Yeah. Is that a photograph or is it?
It might just be a reflection off the mirror because there was.
I was going to say, well, I thought a reflection of the curtains, but there's no curtain like up high.
Yeah, and the old mirrors are notoriously kind of.
Yeah, they're warpy.
Yeah, they're a little.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Deflect the light a bit.
Let me open up the other one. So let me just stop sharing for a second.
That will give you a picture of the first room that you walk into, which is like a kitchen.
Yeah, and that one was also roped off. We couldn't walk into that one.
Yeah, we couldn't get close to the stove or anything. There's a railing in front of it.
All right, let me try this again. Let me go here, and I will try to share this.
Yeah, mirrors are great portals, and that's why I'm like, ooh, let me go look in the mirror real quick.
I get scared every time I do that.
Right,
every morning, yep.
We're gonna put it
there.
We go.
Yeah, see the railing in the front. You couldn't get any farther than that. Shelley took all these pictures. So Shelley Gooch, thank you for the pictures.
Yes, thank you.
Wow, look at that stove.
I love that.
There are a lot of great stoves. Yeah,
I know.
You know, and look at the stone floor. So that's all Lannon stone. They call it Lannon stone. It's a limestone.
I was just going to say limestone, but Lannon.
Yeah, Lannon's the name of the community where a lot of the stone came from. So that's in Cuccia County, just to itself.
So
now let's think for a second.
I wish you can see my cursor because in the corner of this hutch cabinet is it could be reflection of the light, of course, but I see like a white shadow.
Which cabinet? The one on the left or the right of the stove?
The right, very corner.
Yeah, it's pretty hazy, isn't it?
Well, okay, so here's what I'm doing. I enlarged it for me, and I swear I see like a little a small person's face behind there. Behind the wood. Could be a wash thing.
Now, I have a question, Peter. This is for you. So if the floor is made of limestone, does limestone have any sort of properties like
Conductors
or something?
Yeah, not typically. So limestone's a sedimentary rock, and it's made out of the tiny skeletal shells, bodies of ancient marine creatures. And so when they would die, they would float down to the bottom and then over time pile up, and then through its own weight would compress and turn into stone.
So does it have calcium in it?
There could be calcite in it, sure. Yeah, calcium. Yeah, from the shells, and that's what most of the limestone would be. It would be like a calcium carbonate.
Now I wonder what sort of properties that has, but let me look it up as we look by. Here it is closer up. You want to tell us about any? Ooh, I love that anchor in the back on the stove. That is so cool.
I love it.
And again, I don't know if those were actually.
Yeah. And the stone floor was only in the front of this house.
Yeah.
It's only in
the
this
kitchen.
room.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is what you walked into, and then you can see the barrier. You couldn't get any farther than that. So you're standing on stone, and then you to the left is the opening to the other room, and that's all there was, and you couldn't go in.
And that is a time period correct. No smoking sign in there. That was
It was from the 1840s.
That was 1849.
The prohibition of smoking in cabins next to the wood stove.
Especially in a wood stove.
That's hilarious.
Humor.
Very cool. Okay, so here's something interesting. So I found that calcium carbonate is paramagnetic. And paramagnetic is something that is very weakly attracted by the poles of a magnet, but not retaining any permanent magnetism. So just a little interesting thing. I just wanted to make a note, because sometimes in other cases it might come up with limestone. I just try to look for something.
Well, right. And the thing is, the plaster used in the walls have been made out of a lime material as well. So that is an interesting thing, because there's a lot of it there. The mortar, there it is, the half timber house, 1849.
Yeah.
So
Settler is the name.
It was moved from Wabena, and
Wabeka.
No, is it Wabeka? Because there's a Wabena.
It was moved there. Okay.
Yeah, it was moved there from Wabeka. And most of the houses that I noticed were probably moved in like the mid to late 60s, and it looked like they must have had another kind of influx from the early to mid 1980s. So this house was moved, I think, in the what does it say? Does it say in the bottom there? 1969?
Yeah. No, 66.
1966?
I can't see.
Hold on.
Put your glasses on.
1966, yeah.
I'll enlarge it.
And the guy's name was Carl Zettler. Was the guy who apparently owned it.
I really love those timber houses.
Me too. It's a beautiful house.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. That they moved it as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, all the houses in this village were all moved.
Moved.
Well, it's kind of a thing in Wisconsin to cluster old buildings and make a walk-through museum.
Well, instead of tearing them down and building up something
kind
new,
of saving some of the history and keeping it in one place.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was moved from where?
Wabeka, Wisconsin, which is probably not that far away.
Probably not. I never heard of Wabeka.
Yeah, just Wabena up there. Same.
So we might wanna. Okay. I was just making a note real quick. So, so there was an upstairs, and it was a one room upstairs as well.
Yeah, there was
a loft.
There was a
they would call it a
stairway.
Loft.
Yeah. And you felt nothing up there.
We didn't get to go up there.
Yeah.
We just
we couldn't get past the ropes. There was no way to get up the stairs.
Oh, so the whole place was roped off,
house
except for just a short entryway for you to come in.
The sage is really burning now.
Now it's really cool.
I know.
In Morris Jumel, I know, it's pretty cool. In Morris Jumel Mansion, it was so cool because at night, because we were there privately, they took off all the ropes. They allowed us to go in.
Oh.
I always ask in those types of places, if you book a I'm smoking up. If you book
Smoking hot.
a private viewing, sometimes they take off the ropes and you could go in.
Yeah, and my guess is that that building is probably in a lot better shape than a lot of these buildings we're in. Because, like I said, it was a county program. A lot of stuff they had labeled was interesting because some of it was completely mislabeled. I actually called them out on one of them. They called it I think they called it it was a block of some sort. What do they call it? A woodworker's block or something like that.
That was Shelley that noticed that they had the wrong.
No.
It was a hack.
That was No, it was Roger that noticed it. I looked at it. I said, that's a flax break. So I went and found a docent and I said, that's a flax break. That's not a vice for a woodworker. So
what's a flax break? Like,
well,
for
when you make linen, you have to grow the flax and then you let it rot, and you let it dry, and then you break it, and the inside is the fiber, and then you send it through hackles, and then you can weaving. Put it on a distaff and you can spin it into threads, and then you can weave it.
Right. And so the way a flax break is so it's just picture two boards that are separated by a space, and then there's another board that fits in between it that's on a hinge, and so that just gets lifted up and brought down, and it just breaks the outside part of the flax,
the sheath off of the
and
plant.
also gets the pith out, and then it just leaves the fibers behind.
Yeah.
And so that's what a flax break is.
Yeah.
You know what amazes me is they had this knowledge of, and it originates as a seed, correct? You said?
Right. Well, the Egyptians were masters of linen.
Yeah. So it's like, who would have thought to break open a seed for fibers to do linens? That's just, it just amazes me that somebody would think of that.
Well, and linen is so durable.
You know, have you ever been a kid sitting in the grass and you had nothing to do and you had this like boring time and you pull the grass apart, you start twisting it, you start playing with it.
Yeah.
You got like tying knots and dandelions and things. This is probably how it was discovered.
Yeah, that's perfect analogy. Yeah, making those daisy chains and making little
when you're a gatherer and you don't have to work a job.
Well, and then
in
the natural space, instead of growing linen, a lot of people were using stinging nettles. So stinging nettles, they get really tall. They're very similar to flax, and you do the same thing. You get stung by it, but you cut it off the bottom, you lay it down in the grass, kind of partially rot it, dry it out, and the fibers are super strong, and they do the same thing with nettles. But linen was some of the stuff was called wedding ring linen, was so fine you could literally take a whole big sheet of it and pull it through a wedding ring.
Wow.
That's the wedding ring shawls.
Right, but it's made out of linen.
No, it's made out of wool. The wedding ring shawls were lace shawls that were so thin that you could pull them through.
I've heard that too with the linen too. But linen is really durable. So
yeah.
And cotton is so expensive. So
well, cotton didn't have the fibers, the long fibers, and that was a deterrent for a long time.
Yeah.
Until the cotton gin, and then it became more practical. But
fascinating.
You need to have long fibers if you're going to make thread.
Okay, well,
so we got similar feelings out of this house.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what was going on there. I have some ideas.
And then you went into other homes in the village, but it wasn't.
Yeah, didn't feel any of that anywhere else. Just that house.
So, as for those of you who are new to paranormal investigation, usually we start by investigating the land. And since this was moved, I'm very curious if something wasn't in the land pre-move, or once they moved it, they disturbed something. So that would be something I want to check out.
Oh yeah, if they moved like other energies on top of somewhere else that had different.
There's conflict of some sort.
Okay. So what's going to be cool tonight is we have a surprise just a little bit later. We're going to ask some general questions that I normally like to ask. You know, we ask about the land, and then we move in and ask about the energies of the overall place. ask about the dominant energies and where they originated from. And then we ask about the intentions if we feel that there is something there. And so right about then, we're going to do something special tonight. Are you guys ready to get started?
Mm-hmm. Got my cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
You do. You're a cowboy.
Cowgirl hat.
Oh, look who just popped in. Carla.
Hi,
Hey,
Carla.
Carla.
Well, I can't get it. Okay, I'm really having technical difficulties tonight. There's some. Wait, that's not what I did. Miss Kula loves Miss. I love it.
I love beautiful people. Yeah, Julie and I and family did a lot of reenacting back in the day. So about 1770s is what the time period we did mostly.
I know. I'm so fascinated about that.
Pre-Rev War.
I would love to do something like that.
It was fun to live in a different century for a weekend.
Put on my tricorns. Did you get your cowboy hat on?
Go put your tricorn.
Cowboy? Your cowboy hat?
Cowboy.
I used to love visiting those places when I was younger. I haven't been in a while.
Especially out east. It's so cool.
A few years ago, we visited Kentucky and went to a village. I can't remember where it was, but excuse me.
Rossi's done.
Oh, I love to do. Hi, Rossi. Love to do Ren fairs. We get all, but we go as pirate family. Me and my boys, we're the pirate family. Well, the first year my sons and I went together, Kyle and I were the pirates, but Brendan dressed up as the doctor.
Yes,
the plague doctor.
The plague doctor. He looked so ominous. He was getting a lot of
those are so scary.
Creepy. Okay, you guys got cards. So anybody who would love to pull cards with us, get your cards out, get them ready.
Amber, are you drawing? Are you using cards?
I've got 2 decks here. I was thinking I have my darker Rider-Waite, and then I have my Dark Mansion Tarot. So I'm like, I've got 2 kind of haunted.
I love it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling the Rider-Waite first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Julie's got Journey.
No, I've got Mahat.
She got Mahat.
Not.
I love that.
I'm wondering if I should get
Guess which one Peter has.
Peter.
I don't have a lot of choices. Okay.
Peter, by the way, I am awaiting.
What's that?
I am awaiting that deck. It is on its way, I'm hoping. So.
And we have to do with. Speaking of that, we have to do something on the deck because I got lost in my work.
On this one, Anima Muda?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Is it
I'm not sure how it's going to work. We'll see.
Well, nobody ever is. I always feel like apprehension. Like, is it going to do anything?
Right.
I really have a strong belief that Peter's deck is going to surprise us.
It always does.
Oh.
Yeah. And then once I get my deck, Peter, I would love to have you on to do the tarot spread that's someone created.
I was just going through your spread again. That thing is really cool. The shaman spread.
Have you used it?
The way I use it, Ginger, is I lay all the cards out, but to do all 7 seems like a lot. So I'll pick like the shaman part, just one of them to get the reading. It's really pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
It seems like this is good for 1 card pull.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't wait to use it for the full spread. Yeah.
I'm just going to pull 1 card. What are we asking?
All right. So for our first question tonight, let me see if I still have them. What happened? Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, I didn't put it on my question. Okay, the first question. So I want to know about the energies around the land, but let's start with maybe let's do the current land.
The current one?
I want to know if there was an energy. Let's do this. Was there an energy of the land disturbed when the house was placed upon it? So what's the, hang on. Let me dig in
That
there.
was the one that popped up when I first opened the deck, and I didn't think it was going to come up once I shuffled it, and there it is.
There's,
Portal.
it's a portal. Divine help.
Yeah, divine help.
Interesting. Okay, what do you have, Amber?
Oh my goodness.
I wonder if there was a battle there.
Yeah.
If a battle took place there.
But you would think though, like all the houses would be affected by it, though, wouldn't you?
Historically, on the land, did some sort of like famous battle take place there or something? Where was it?
This was in
Near
Saukville, but
I'm not sure.
Or if I put it together with yours, was it like a maybe it was because it's Wisconsin? Was it a native?
well,
Barrier area.
Sauk is an Indian nation, so
Yeah,
Sauk,
or like
Fox
a
and
warrior, a
Mhm.
warrior area, something to do with
Wasn't
war.
there a sugar bush in Saukville?
well, I'm sure there are lots of villages there.
Didn't
My
we
guess
go
is
see
places.
Yeah.
the sugar bush?
Well-
Ginger, could you put
with Brendan when he was really little.
theirs simultaneous to mine?
He took us to the sugar bush
I just want to see your cards again.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get
And-
because
Yeah.
there's the
Mhm.
trees.
interesting.
So I as well
What did you get? What
got.
did you,
Oh, can you not? Okay.
Oh.
I'll have to put right.
Oh, swords
she's
as
cool.
well.
So I got swords as well. Okay. So definitely, I feel that the land itself, to begin with, there was some discord on the land. Some
Yeah. people displaced?
displaced energies for sure.
Yeah.
But again, it's interesting that just that one abode seemed to be affected. Because we didn't feel a lot of that. I didn't
feel that on the land, but it's been occupied.
But
for
where
a
it was
long
placed, I mean, who knows?
It was placed on a graveyard.
Something. Maybe it was just.
What I mean, or like a burial for a particular, like from a particular battle, or a burial for.
I didn't think to look up and see what was going on in the land.
Right.
But
Right.
you don't always know. I mean, it's not always told.
Yeah.
People write the history. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. All right. So why don't we maybe now ask about the particular plot that this home is on? Let's ask about the energies of the particular plot. I want to ask, was it built over some displaced energy? So the particular plot that the house is on. Well, this is
It
interesting.
was kind of at the center of that village too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really in the center.
And the number on
okay.
the house at 24. If there are 24 abodes, that means that.
that was the last one.
But it wasn't the last one put there. If it was put there in '69, they did
Why did they
put there in the '80s.
Put that
Well,
was-
it's interesting. I got the sun card, and all of a sudden, I know it's not Aztec area, but something about is this right? Yes, this is the sun card.
Bad dreams.
It's upside down. I held it upside down. What's the Hebrew letter in here, Em? Is that a Hebrew letter?
Yes, it's a Reish.
Okay. Is that sun?
No,
No? Interesting.
Rosh, which is like the circle is Rosh is the head. Like
Mhm.
we have Rosh Hashanah, which is the head of the year. It's the new year.
Okay.
It's the turn of the
All right. So
that's a Reish.
Lovers. Okay.
I'm going to let you go because
This
I'm
is kind of a lover's card too. 'cause the
deeper
guys-
into my card here.
Mesh means sun.
All right.
No, you know what? If I'm going to look at something that's connected in both of our cards, Ginger, if you could just
Mhm.
hold yours up, is I have the circular gold.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the sun. Mm-hmm.
Gold.
So I was wondering about some sort of treasures in there.
What was your question about the plot? Something?
It was, what were the energies of the actual plot that the house was placed on?
Oh, I wonder if this had something like quite literally to do with, even though it's gold, like some sort of iron ore, metallic ore, because I see silver, gold.
Yeah.
And yours is the lovers. It makes me think of alchemy all of a sudden. So I'm thinking of like iron ore.
Okay, you know what I'm seeing in your card, Amber? I'm seeing that there's a land deal. Like some rich guy is throwing a few pebbles to the native people and buying the land, but the native people don't understand about buying land.
Mm-hmm.
So they take this money and they don't understand that they've sold their land.
Mm-hmm. And you got 9 of Swords.
So there's this horrible, like, misunderstanding.
Yeah, because it's funny because this is literally a pocket watch, and I was thinking of a rich man coming in.
Oh yeah, look at how he's holding that, just like he's holding the balance. You know, the hand is holding the balance, and this is holding, like, you wouldn't consider that you could own the sun, and the native people didn't understand that you couldn't own the land,
right?
The earth, and so, you know, there's all this like stress.
And we created,
They created people who lived here and loved here, and they're displaced, and they can't go back to their ancestral home.
Peter, can you hold up yours again?
And he's got the lovers.
And that is
so, and that's a Cherokee prayer stick, and then there's a god and goddess kind of dancing in the center of it.
That's a connection.
So
yeah, so maybe they were trying to make a deal, make it seem like they would be really rich, but then maybe did some disheveling after they made the deal, which that 9 of Swords would come in, and they didn't fulfill their promise, and probably ended up killing them. They massacred them, which they have done in the past.
Yeah, I'm thinking language barriers, not understanding, and they just think it's a gift, like the gift culture, reciprocity. They think they're just giving tokens and giving gifts, and they don't understand that they've just sold their land.
Okay. So this might have been for the first pool. She got a connection.
1849, is that the year that Wisconsin became a state?
Wisconsin, 1848.
Like year later?
Yeah. Like our house is 2 years older than that, or 2 years younger than that. So,
yeah.
Yeah. So Heather got the hope card. I feel like the white man came, gave them hope, gave them promises of riches, that they'll be rich if they sell them their land, and they probably really didn't give them that much, and then come along and maybe took it away from them somehow. Interesting. Okay. All right, the next question. I want to know about the overall energy that's surrounding this.
I just wanted to say one quick thing. I just Googled something, and it just said during that time in Wisconsin, it said white settlers rushed onto land left vacant by Indian removal. So they were removed and they rushed right in, and it says lead miners.
That's especially true probably in the southwestern part of the state.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fair amount, and there's also like in the driftless area. So I would say the southwestern part is where they would find a lot of those lead mines. We don't have too much of that in the northern part of the state. And that was a driftless area. So there's a place like Galena, that's in Illinois, and that's the ore that they got most of the lead from.
Interesting. So, what was this area called?
Saukville. So Ozaukee County and Saukville. And that would have been where the glaciers had hit. So there wouldn't probably.
And that isn't tube socks, by the way, everybody. It's.
The Sauk and Fox, and that was also part of the tribe that Black Hawk was leading.
Black Hawk?
Mm-hmm.
They were the Black Hawk Farms. They were removed, and then they came back.
They
And then they were removed again, and then they came back, and then they went after them.
Yeah, the Black Hawk eluded the United States Army for over a decade.
Wow. Way to go. Sorry, I have American Indian ancestry, and I'm like rooting for them.
Always.
Okay, so where are we? What are we going to do? Here we go. There we go. All right, this next question, I want to know about the overall energy.
I'm interrupting one more time.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It says Sauk County ferrous iron mining projects.
Yeah, Sauk County's way up north. It's Saukville, which is in Ozaukee.
Oh, okay.
Saukville, yeah.
Ozaukee.
Never mind. I'm not going to interrupt you again.
The village.
No,
of
I don't mind.
Saukville,
This is called
This is what it says
investigation.
here. It said the village of Saukville sprang up at a point where the principal north-south Indian Trail in Wisconsin crossed the Milwaukee River. Prior to the 1830s, and the Menominee Indians inhabited this area. However, it was not until 1832 when the government surveyed 2 military roads that crossed here in Saukville that present-day settlement patterns began to emerge. Both roads were original Indian trails. The Decorah Road, presently Highway 33, extended from the Wisconsin River just south of Portage to Port Washington.
Lake Michigan.
Yeah. The Sauk Trail or Green Bay Trail extended from Chicago to Green Bay.
Yeah.
These roads helped to create an avenue for migration. On August 10th in 1935, William Payne obtained the first record of land ownership sold by the United States government here in Saukville. Moreover, Payne constructed the first commercial building called Payne Hotel in 1847, which still stands today and is located on the corner of East Green Bay Avenue and Owatta Road.
So Saukville's there because it was the intersection of 2
Yeah, so
native
you're
trails.
getting, that's really old.
Right. And a lot of trade going through there.
Yeah.
I love hearing this history. I love
Between the period of the 1850s to the 1870s began the foundation for the future development of Saukville. The first church, built in 1858, in 1870, the Milwaukee and Northern Railroad was built through the village, and the railroad station was the original spot for it. Because there was a railroad station there.
Yeah, there was.
And that was the original spot for that, which is why they chose that place to bring all those old houses.
Yeah, because they refurbished it, but the train station's beautiful. It really is very, very nice.
Oh,
But
that's what. Oh,
on
that makes
stolen land, like all of
train
us.
station sometime. We have to investigate a
Okay,
train.
well, that's really interesting. I didn't know that about Saukville being the crossroads.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, the question was, what's the overall energy of this area, this land, this place? And I
It's the
pulled.
crossroads.
Let me do this. That's what I wanted to do.
She disappeared.
Nope.
We can't see her there. Oh,
That's
put it in your
So
face.
this is overall energy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's right.
good.
Let me. That's what I want to do. It's funny because when I'm highlighting these comments and stuff, they're fading in and fading out instead of just popping up. It's funny.
Yeah, I think that card is really accurate, Ginger.
Yeah.
I had one pop out along with the one I chose, so I'm going to have 2 this time.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So the overall energy around this
Fool, the white
this
fool.
area right now.
That's a good Planet song.
Oh, look at that. Somebody's still attached to the land.
I got that. I mean, very transient. You know, like well, you just said it was a crossroads.
Mhm.
We're traveling by,
Yeah.
trading, traveling. It was a
Well, I want-
area.
I want to show something real quick. It's interesting. So we're talking about the traveling and the crossroad. Hello. I might not need to. But look at the traditional death card in here that they're showing.
Right.
That's cool.
That to me is like the travelers. That reminds me like something more along like the Trail of Tears for me. And of course the horse here.
Traveling death.
Of course the horse.
The horse, the iron horse.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
perfect.
the train. Yeah.
That's what I got. I want to see what they are. Ozaukee
Oh, wow, Peter.
Oh, you got Crossroads.
Crossroads.
Wow.
Oh my God. Hang on.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Oh
And
my
then-
goodness.
Spirit still connected to the land here.
What does the other card mean, Peter?
So
It's the spirit world
Ozaukee is the spirit world. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
connected to this world.
Oh, so like a crossroads, a portal, like the one that you pulled before.
Right. And then you have the 4 wind symbol in there. That's like a crossroads.
Wow, that's intense. Those cards are good, baby.
And by the way, wait, hold the other card, Peter, that you have.
This one here,
No, the other one.
The cross or the
Ozaukee.
Yeah. Okay. Now look at Julie's card. Hold it up side by side.
oh look at the tree people or the root thing.
Look at the roots in the top of the tree. And also, like just like as an aside, whenever I have some weird kind of dream where I go through like some other strange, I always go through a tree for some reason. So that's
how I travel too.
That's really interesting.
Wow.
It's connecting the lower and the upper and
The lower worlds and the upper worlds. And I love when she said the iron horse because all right, you back. I'm gonna have to take my background thing off. This horse is wearing
stick it in front of your face. It
iron
doesn't
mask.
disappear.
Yeah. And so the people having to leave because the iron horse brought in more and more not good energy people in.
Well, I'm sure that it brought disease as well.
Oh, that's,
Because every time you bring in new people, you're bringing in new diseases.
Yeah.
And the people didn't have, the native people didn't have resistance.
We complain about a pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with her full, the weary traveler. But I really kind of feel a Trail of Tears vibe here, you know.
For sure.
Them having to leave their land because of the.
So do you think it's because of the construction,
Yeah.
limestone or whatever that the
held
energy,
that energy.
the metal
things get collected
construction. I just kept getting metal. So
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe the railroad tracks.
The tracks
the tracks went
cutting through.
They left a section of them I saw kind of by where that train station was, but the
Did
rest
they?
of the trains that the rest of the railroad was not in there. It was a pretty good section. It was probably about
Yeah.
100
Highway
and some feet
33.
long.
Didn't we travel on Highway 33?
Yeah, that's
Oh, Julie, when you said disease in this picture, you probably won't be able to see it, but I always have to deep dive. Come on. Or not.
Close to your face. There you go. Close to your face.
It is.
Close to your face.
really close to your face because
It's really close to your
there you
face.
go.
There you go. Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
that's what it's focusing
All right,
on.
there's a scorpion right there.
Oh, poison.
Poison.
But that's also the antidote too.
True. Muy true. Okay. All right. I love it. We're getting somewhere.
Okay.
All right. So now I want to ask about the energy within the home.
Yeah.
And let's ask if there's a dominant energy there.
What happened in that house? Okay, dominant energy in the house.
Zettler.
Zettler.
Carl Zettler.
Carl, what did you
Dude.
do? Jude.
Sonia got the card of making a choice. 2 pathways leading 2 different doors. That railway. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely had really a sick feeling when I went in there. Like
Right.
sick,
Okay.
Sick feeling.
The dominant energy. Amber,
Who's-
we
Like hard to get my breath.
Oh, geez.
Oh my goodness.
You put Julie and Peter big for a minute.
Yeah.
And big in us.
And big enough.
Yes, and big enough.
You guys have to have the full screen when you two come up.
Yeah. Oh, interesting that you got
Trickster.
that and the trickster, which is like,
And look what I pulled up.
what is that? Is that the devil? I can't see. Is that 15?
Devil. That's the
Oh
devil.
Look,
my
there's the
God.
horns from the last guy that I had. The ram horns.
That is so interesting.
All right, Amber, you go. You go, girl.
And he's all by himself.
The hermit.
All by himself, also elderly, old.
Did his family die, and then did he lose
I'm
his
trying to
wife
do
and
the
his
best.
child? Did he lose his wife and his child, and he's there in the house all by himself with all the ghosts, the angry ghosts?
Mm.
Maybe. You've got 2 of the devil trickster, which is really interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Devil's
Well,
trickster and death.
did the native ghosts come back to screw around with the settlers?
Interesting.
I'm sure it's the
If I
last
was a
one.
native, I would. Yeah. So I'm really catching the cursed land vibe here. Cursed.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah, that for sure.
I want to pull another.
Yeah, I want to know. You do that while I'm going to ask if there's more than one energy that
Or maybe my card was just there's an elderly man there.
as well.
Oh,
That's
I feel like
Look
he
what
was
I
lost.
pulled, which is the same, Julie.
Oh my God. So I'm thinking there's bad dreams. He's there alone. Everyone's dead.
yeah,
Whoever was left in that house, and I think it was the guy.
right.
A lot of stress going on there, and a lot of insomnia, and a lot of
Fear.
and like you said, you felt oppression when you walked in. So
I felt
that's
like
That explains,
sick
yeah.
feeling, like
Yeah.
just in the pit of my stomach, just a sick, like, oh my God, I got to get out of here.
Oh, do you think also there was some sort of sickness going on, like tuberculosis or something? Like, I wonder that year what was like I know we just talked about sickness, but something like TB or something,
Like what?
like tuberculosis or something.
Right.
I don't know what was a prominent disease.
I don't know why I'm getting like coughing and stuff.
Right.
What is our question this time?
This.
Is there more than one energy? Is that what we're asking?
Yeah, we were asking about a dominant energy, but I really feel like that gentleman. There's a gentleman there, like you said, that may have lost his family to illness, and then there's that dominant. I
got it again. Same card came right back.
Oh my goodness.
Death again. Death came up again.
I have to Google a little because
Yeah.
I'm getting like coughing, like up in bed at night, like coughing.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting in my image is the way this devil is holding this apple, like offering the poisoned apple. Maybe
Creation.
part of their illnesses came from the food. You remember how they discovered, is it rye that was poisonous if it was fermented or molded?
Well, ergot was a mold that was growing on it was a fungus growing on some of the grains.
Yeah.
They think that's what it might have caused, like the Salem witch trials and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It does cause hallucinations.
Peter, and Julie, where is Manitowoc?
Manitowoc?
Yeah, county.
Manitowoc County?
Yeah.
Well, one would think it's going to be closer to the lake because Manitowoc is one of those cities that are on the lake north between like Green Bay and Milwaukee. So I'm not great on the counties, but I think Manitowoc.
I can look it up.
All right.
Did you just pull that out of the air?
I wrote I wrote Wisconsin tuberculosis, and it said Manitowoc County. Yeah, I'm not saying it right. County. During the late 1800s and 1900s, there was a tuberculosis outbreak there.
Manitowoc.
Yeah, in Manitowoc. And we were talking about
1849 is when the house is built, but
1849.
they lived in there for a long time. It wasn't moved until the 60s. So somebody there that had a long stretch of people living in it.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
You know, and I'm kind of thinking like this, the trickster card might have to do with like a solution more so than like, you know, what was going on. I was just kind of reading what I had written about it, and it seems like it might be the way out for this guy if he's stuck there. I don't know, but
Yeah. How interesting. All right, so my next question is going to be, where did this energy originate? Where or how? We can do where or how did this energy originate? Where did it manifest from? It's in the home right now.
That's good. Sonia said, I wonder if they were treating people on that table.
Yeah.
Oh, ew, yeah, maybe.
in a different house maybe from Manitowoc County.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
What was your question again? Sorry, I was.
Yeah, where or how did this energy originate into this home? How did it manifest into this home? Let's do it that way. How did this energy manifest into this?
The inner truck is pretty far away from.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Well, someone traveled there from there.
On the railroad.
Oh, what do we asking? Wait.
Well,
I thought a rat. From here, it looked like a rat. I'm like,
or rats.
Rats carry the plague.
No, this is an armadillo.
Oh, armadillo.
Well, for tonight's purposes, it's a rat.
It's a rat.
I got this.
It's a rat. All right. Wait. I have to pull.
Once again, that is very much like reminding me of the card that I got before, like with the.
Yeah, it's very similar, isn't it?
Yeah, like someone
standing
died,
alone,
all alone, left there alone.
Ooh, interesting.
More scary.
You have death. We keep getting a lot of death.
Yeah.
The Queen of Swords looks like she's the one that's alone. Like it's not a male, it's a female.
Brooding.
Something.
Yeah. Maybe a child was lost.
And I've got the 5 of Pentacles. So
that's like a loss of health.
What if they also
You got a 5 of Pentacles? Oh, you have 5 of Cups. Okay.
like lost everything and committed suicide?
Could be. There's a lot of death, a lot of sickness for sure, a lot of transient energy, a lot of pain in that area. That's what I say.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of things that people thought or hoped for in that area like didn't come to pass.
Right.
The opposite.
The high hopes.
Tragedy. Yeah, high hopes and a lot of tragedy. And there's some opening there because of all the misery and pain that happened. There's some opening, like a crack
portal.
Be healed. Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
And you felt that oppression.
Yeah, it was just sick.
Girl, woman in the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt that too. When I went into my oppression feeling was just like, oh, that poor woman who lived here. Kind of like, ugh. Just
Nancy.
Like, get me
I'm
out
having technical difficulties, Nancy, so I'm trying to bring you up, but it wouldn't be. Have fun with your son. So you brought up that Queen of Swords. Heather saw a young girl or woman in the beginning. Right. I think there was a family that lost their lives due to partly illnesses and disease. I'm looking in over here.
And the land was cursed.
But yeah, I think maybe definitely with you keep bringing that hermit up too. So an elderly man passed there, and he passed alone. So let's ask this real quick. Let's ask if there is a malevolent energy here. Sonia got slow and steady, so it could have been a slow, horrible death.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that these.
I almost see them walking like.
Yeah.
Cold winter.
Yeah.
Struggling to survive.
Oh
maybe pneumonia. I'm just getting this cough.
Yeah.
So we know the cop was
Peter was having trouble breathing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm getting. Like, like up all night, like, like that.
I don't usually feel that, but it was like
Maybe that's what I was feeling too.
it was like that when I first walked in. It kind of went away, and then I just kind of felt that dread feeling.
That's what I feel. Someone maybe died. It didn't have to be TB. It could have been pneumonia, like the cold.
Just, I guess I felt that, like, dread and horror and.
Okay. Well, let's ask if there's a malevolent energy there as well. This one was popped out.
I got justice. So what I think is that not that it's malevolent, but it's calling for a healing or an integration there.
A balance.
And this way, yeah.
Balance. It just needs,
Oh my God, I got death again.
yeah, like something's been disbalanced, and you took a house from somewhere else with the thing and put it on top of there, and two different things going on, and I think that there's just something that needs to be balanced, like even like ley lines or something like that, maybe from the railroad tracks that were put down. It moved. It's just like the energy's moving in a not a good way.
Yeah, I'm thinking
if
I ever go back, I would bring tobacco.
Yeah, put it in the ground.
An offering. Interesting. Okay.
Peter, what do you have?
Beltane.
Oh, interesting.
Because of letters.
Yeah, it could be.
And that's a cross quarter. Like it was a crossroads, and you have a cross quarter now. That's interesting, and that's a liminal time.
Yeah. And that is interesting because I got the Empress card peeked out at me.
Oh, and this is liminal too.
She's cute.
And she's water. Yeah, and also water, and there's also a crossroads vibe.
Yeah.
Julie. It's also in the middle. There's a middle.
But I believe agree with you as far as like the land needing some healing, and I wasn't sure about the Empress, and so I pulled another card, and the King of Cups came out.
This is a deck full of death cards.
A deck full of death.
It's a deck full of death cards.
So for me,
death cards.
For me, I'm thinking, that there might be not a malevolent energy, but all this illness and oppression and death.
Yeah, and in my oracle, the Beltane is earth as an element, and the past.
Yes, Heather, you do have to get this deck. Yes, you do. It's going to go mass market, I think, in April. So you can save $25 by waiting there. Okay, so are we all in agreement that so we got the transient energies, we got that iron horse that started bringing, not only death and disease, but greed.
More and
what'd
more
you say?
and more people.
And more
Yeah.
people.
And then having, I still feel like there was deals made that weren't lived up to the promises, and these American Indians had to do an exodus because of that one death card within the death card. I got a lot of
It's from the death deck.
From the death deck. Otherwise known as Mott.
All right. Shall we try our surprise? Amber, are you ready for this?
Oh yeah, Amber.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna get scared.
You're gonna be
All right.
able to handle that?
Why don't you like?
I'm in a dark basement, you guys. You're not really here with
We're right here with you, Amber.
Right.
You'll be fine.
I don't know if I could
Okay.
handle this.
Amber, you put your cute little face up while you get ready so we can surprise them.
All right, let's do this. No, I can do this like
We're
because
good.
like I won't be able to see. I'll be like,
Oh
surprise.
yeah, yeah.
All right, this is what's happening. Let's just talk them through what's happening. That might be more.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do here is the surprises. We want to try to communicate with the spirit or spirits, the beings that may be in this homestead. And we're going to do this through Amber talking through the spirit box. And so we'll have some questions. And in chat, if you have a question, look at that. Hang on, let me embiggen you.
So this is the spirit box. What's going to happen is I'm going to be putting this in my ear. There's two reasons for this. One, because I can hear it better. Actually, a lot of times when I play the spirit box, there's so much static that I can't hear it really well. And number two, YouTube will shut us off because it happened to me before, because it has a lot of static and it picks up automatically with the algorithm. It thinks we're playing a radio, so it shuts down the video. So we cannot play this. We're going to play it through my ears. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blindfold myself as well. You probably saw this on paranormal shows, because when you shut down the rest of the senses, you could kind of pick up more
better.
things.
Yeah, right.
So I will be listening, but I will also be looking for pictures and feelings that come to me as I'm listening, and also sensations. So we'll see what happens.
Right,
so this is yeah. So I'm gonna put in the headphones so you guys don't hear this out loud. I'm putting it in, and today I'm a little fancy, so I have my noise canceling things that I could put on the outside. So let me put on the power. Okay. Let me just make sure it's right, and I'll tell you like that we're ready. So you guys try to concentrate, like those of you that are watching, try to tune in and concentrate on this place as well, like what you've been reading, to help me connect.
Yeah.
Try to tune into your mind.
You want to put that picture up real quick again?
Yeah, sure. We can do that as well. And I will just sweep forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to sweep on. You do the sweep rate. All right, wait, I want to sweep and I want to.
I'm writing some questions down, and in the chat, if you have some questions.
All right, I want to.
In chat.
All right, I'm going to make this just a little louder. So far, I don't. So far, I'm not. What's that sound?
I don't know, but I can hear it.
Sounds almost like the music.
It does sound
Yeah,
like
what's that?
Well, you know what? Let me. You can't possibly be hearing this music.
Yeah, we're getting your music, Ginger. That's not me, because I'm on. That's not even what I'm hearing. I mean, yeah, because we don't want any sound in the background. We'll shut the light.
Yeah, I had that on. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is just start questions for now, and then I'll ask them.
Yeah.
Who's the young woman? Girl. I saw standing in the window wearing a white dress.
It's kind of hard for me to hear this, but we're gonna just see what I get.
Okay. So I have some questions written down, and then
Now, guys, I'm not gonna hear you or see you, so I'm gonna be talking you guys as I hear stuff, and I might be quiet.
yeah,
Um,
just let us know when you're ready, and
I might be holding my ears a little. It might be better if I do this because I do have this. And let's see if this helps.
just go la la la, or mute us. Can you mute us?
She's trying to hear it better.
Maybe she can read it.
Oh God.
She just needs to hear.
It's actually better right now if I just hold it in my ear because it's not the best headphone.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Are you?
Okay, here we go. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. My first question is going to be, who or what energy is occupying this homestead? So, Peter, Julie, say what homestead it is again.
Zettler,
Settler.
Carl Zettler, half frame timber house.
Carl Zettler, are you occupying this homestead?
I just feel I am just goosebumps all over right now.
Oh,
I see it's definitely a man for sure. I just can't hear what he's saying. Can you say that again? Candace?
Candace. Maybe that's the woman who's standing.
Candace. Toby. Oh God, I don't know why I kind of see like a red coal, a single coal.
Interesting. The coal with the trains?
An ember.
No, like in an oven or something. A single. It's the only one left.
Oh.
That's a little.
Oh, I just have like goosebumps all over.
Mm-hmm.
So a little wiggy.
Why are you here in this homestead?
Can you speak louder? Strike.
Strike?
That was loud. Okay.
Strike? What kind of strike? Is it striking a hot tool? Can you tell us why you're here?
No. It was like that. No.
You don't know why you're here?
I feel it. Don't you?
Do you feel lost?
God knows it.
God knows it. What happened with this land?
Oh, I feel like a lot of footsteps behind me.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like multiple feet behind me. Like a bunch of people just walked up behind me.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I finally get it.
Like I felt it on the floor. Ugh, I don't like this.
Is there more than one energy with you in this home?
1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-huh.
Many energies. Are they around the land, or do they reside in the home?
I can't hear you. Speak louder. They're talking, but I can't hear you.
Is this a meeting?
I felt a tightening in my throat.
I do too, all of a sudden. Like they can't.
Like I can't swallow. Like
What happened to you? Do you know what happened to you? Were you ill? Did you come by train?
I told you.
Julie, can you put that card up again? Were there contracts that brought you here?
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna stop for a second.
Okay.
And let's just stop for a second and let me see if I can. I just want to see what. Oh, weird. I want to see what other headphones I have. I just want to try because they are answering, but
okay.
Here, but sometimes I get like out. So
okay. So obviously there's more than one entity. So maybe there is that woman because we both pulled woman. A woman. I pulled two women. What else do we want to ask? Let me see what Heather
She's
asked.
definitely answering your questions, Ginger.
Right. Okay. So Heather had to leave, but she asked this question: who's a young girl or woman she saw standing in the window? And she said the word Candace.
Right.
The name Candace, not the word. But so I'm wondering.
Yeah. Unless you had a family Bible, you probably would never find the woman's first name.
Right.
Anywhere.
Yeah, that's so true. I will be right back. I'm going to run upstairs, and I think I might have a good set of headphones that might go into this, and I will be right back.
Okay. All right.
Everyone.
Okay. So why don't Julie, Peter, why don't we just pull some cards while she's gone about
what did you get?
Multiple people behind her. I saw that. I don't know if they know how to speak English.
Well, I was going to ask next. I was going to ask them if they were Native American.
Or German.
Or German. Okay. Okay. So I was asking
what Esther knows English yet. She can translate.
Yeah. I was asking about intentions. So at least with this one individual, the intentions are good intentions for being there. So I feel like they're trapped. Because didn't she say no when I asked, do you know why you're there?
Yeah, like they are trapped.
So I want to pull a card and ask about that. Are they trapped energies? Are these energies trapped?
Or they don't know that they're dead and they're just living their life. They're just going through their life. They're just living their life and they don't realize that they're dead.
People walking through there.
So this is what I got when I asked, are they trapped? But like you said, they don't know that they're passed on.
Yeah, I'm thinking they don't. Because they were expecting something else after death, and it was just here.
Yeah. What more can you tell me about the energies that are in this? My throat is...
I got her again.
My throat really locked up on me just now.
I got her
And the
again.
swords again. Okay. So Amber had asked if these energies are trapped,
Uh-huh.
and this is what I got.
Oh, wow.
So we were discussing how we feel like they maybe not realizing that they've passed on.
And that Saturn on there is some kind of life pattern. They just
That
keep
is sad.
doing their life.
Mm.
Wow. I'm going to try this with a different pair of headphones and just see if this helps any. If I'm able to hear it in both ears.
So I wanted to pull some cards and ask why are they trapped here. Something.
I just don't think they're trapped. I think they're just
Lost.
they don't know what else to do.
Yeah. So I got this image here. Okay.
Is that like a lover's card?
Okay, so this is the Nine of Swords, or Nine of Wands. I'm sorry.
Is that
Yeah.
one person or two people?
It's one person.
Oh, I
and
see.
I feel like they're mourning a loss rather than.
Sure.
I'm going to look at this here and say it's like these other energies are unraveling these wands to. It's like they're searching for that light to go home, so to speak. And they're sad because they don't know how. And by home, I mean heaven. You know.
I'm getting like tinglies on the top of my head.
These are better headphones.
Right here. Tingles right here.
Wow.
Okay, ready?
Are you ready?
Okay. All right, let's do this again. Let's see if I can.
My throat is tight right now.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So the beings that are present, why are you here? Why do you feel you need to stay here? Are you searching for the light to walk through?
We're sitting. Ooh, I feel a cold air on my right side.
Well, interesting because Sonia said, did they freeze to death? Did somebody freeze?
It's a distinct possibility in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Do you know why you're here? Do you know that you've passed on?
Can you hear me? That's what they said. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Amber can hear you. Amber can hear you. Keep talking.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people can hear you. Say what you need to say.
Did you have a very hard winter and lost loved ones? Loved ones? Was there a harsh winter? Food was scarce? Was there illness? Have any questions, Julie? Is that 2? 10. 10?
10. 10 of Swords.
There's nothing right now, but I feel like this feeling like filling up in my throat, like a fluid.
I was just going to say, if you say throat, Julie's felt like she couldn't.
I feel cold on the right side of my body.
Hmm.
I have goosebumps everywhere.
I'm asking one.
That's where I had tingles on the right side of my head.
Oh, wow.
And I see something, but I can't really say what it is. It's like wings.
I just had the vision just now of your hands being like that.
Yeah, it's like in
like
my
that
face.
hand character in.
I don't know what this is. Yeah, it's not exactly wings. It's more like hands, like making wings, maybe.
Are we shielding ourselves from something?
Maybe they're just frightened.
Or playing.
Thunderbird.
Or am I seeing like, like it's like this? But I don't know if that's like a game, like
that or they trying to peer
trying to
through
scare
a
me,
window.
but like
yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Pan's
I saw like this. That's what I saw.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Like a
maybe they're trying to peer through a window.
Like I don't know
what wings in front of my eyes.
Hand motions.
And wings. Yeah, but in front, like this. I don't know what that is.
What does that feel like?
Okay, let's pull out a.
Are you trying to be scary? Like I'm a monster?
Didn't seem like someone's trying to like go boo. Like it was just like it was a quick this. I don't know what that means.
Open your eyes.
Maybe. Or a headdress. I don't know what that was.
All right.
Or open your eyes.
What is the intention of the image they gave?
I could do it better like this. I'm getting like about like. Can you see the
cups?
What does that mean? What does that gesture mean?
All right.
What does the gesture mean?
Let's look and see if there's any sort of Indian sign language with hands.
Well, it's interesting because I first pulled this king.
I want to put up a picture of the house while I do this.
And there's eagle wings here.
Like a thunderbird.
Oh, there's eagle wings. Yeah.
And then I pulled another card. It's the eagle. It's the Ace of Swords. It's the eagle.
I want to do this, actually. Let me just pull this up in front of me while we do this so I could get more of a connection. So I'm going to present. One second.
I'm just wondering.
Let's do this. Okay.
Okay.
Pull that one up.
It's slow. It's coming.
Okay. That's better. All right.
Okay. I want to know. Look, and you got birds. Okay. All right. In my booklet here that I made, the eagle represents imperial power, vision, soaring above, protection, wisdom, spirituality. But the eagle was a sacred bird as well.
Closest to the creator.
Yeah.
Eagle carries a message.
Mm-hmm. The messenger. Eagle. It's like a hierarchy of a messenger. Archangel Michael, perhaps. Interesting. All right. Amber, you have your heads back in?
One what?
Ace of Swords.
Sock? What? Say it louder.
Was there an Indian chief Or is there an Indian chief there? But was there?
Almost bashful, but not quite. With 2 hands.
It could.
Face.
It could. Face.
There's a sign language, native sign language, and the word is bashful, with hands by the face, but not like this, more like this. 2 hands. I'll keep looking.
Does the word eagle mean anything?
Yeah. Yeah. Either words or birds. It said yeah birds or yeah words.
Eagle. Was
McGee's,
someone named Eagle?
McGee's Black Hawk.
Black Hawk. Does Black Hawk mean anything to you? Being a leader?
What's his name? Native. Something else.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of stuff now, but it's so low that I can't hear it.
Well, being so far away too, I mean, that shouldn't make any difference, but
She's a member of the tribe that lived in that area in the 1840s. This is Joe G. She's a member of the tribe that lived there in the 1840s, and we were moved to our current home in the 1850s.
Wow.
Where are you channeling that, Joe? Black Hawk is a Hokack tribe. Interesting. Thank you, Joe. Okay. So does eagle or Black Hawk mean anything? Was it a tribal name?
Miki. Yeah.
Yeah, there. The crops. The way.
Were the crops poisoned?
Crossroads. I heard cross something.
Here you go.
Who's down there?
I wasn't in that area though.
Yeah,
No. So, but the sock.
the sock.
Part of his tribe.
Sock bill.
Yeah.
What happened when the Iron Horse came through?
Some circles like the Olympics, I see. I don't know.
Crop circles.
Sacred hoop.
I've seen that a lot. The circles and circles and circles.
Yeah. Circles and circles and circles.
I would see that in Cedarburg a lot. The circles and circles and circles. I see that even now.
I'm gonna get rid
Ooh,
oh my God! I just pulled my deck, and this
Like
was on the bottom of my deck just now.
Seasons.
It talks about shifting cycles. Shifting cycles. Okay, so maybe shifting in the weather. I want to go back to maybe harsh winter. And did it kill the crops?
Chief. Treaty.
Chief Treaty?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah, the treaty.
Big Bluff, I heard.
Oh my God.
They lied.
I'm
Did the white man lie?
Yes, treaties in the 1840s.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because people didn't understand about owning land.
Right. All right. Were you deceived or tricked?
They lied and they lied. Yes, they did.
Oh, I heard something behind me. It sounded like Mom, but I don't know if that was my son.
There
No,
was
was no sound.
I either saw an orb just now, or it
There
was
was
flash.
a child's voice right behind me, like right behind my neck, that went like "Mom," like while I was listening to that.
Oh my gosh!
Did you really see an orb?
I thought I saw an orb go by in front of the refrigerator, but when you held up your walkie thing, it could have been the flash from your antenna.
It could have been the flash phone. Okay, I'll have to watch.
We'll have to go back and watch that. Yeah.
But I literally just felt a kid's voice right behind me go, "Mom," like that, like as I was listening to the other stuff.
Joe G, thank you for this information you're giving us. All right. Let's pull on the child. Julie Peter, you want to pull on the child? Who is this child?
Wait.
Child is the child. Who is this child? Okay, I don't think this has anything to do with the child. There's something about gathering for their winter months. Did their supplies go bad and cause illness?
The white people or the native people?
There.
Who's this child?
There's a lot of stuff happening. I just can't understand it.
Uh-huh. Maybe ask them to slow down.
Yeah, can you slow down?
I don't know. I get
louder. Can you?
When I ask about the child, I get the Hierophant.
Oh, there's the tricking. There's the trick.
Oh, hang on.
Five of Swords trick.
Ancestor magic. Five of Swords, yes.
They cheated.
They were cheated. Joji says yes, they were all starving. Everyone was hiding, so no normal harvest. Plus, settlers counted on us to feed them, and they did not.
All right, I'm gonna turn mine off.
What nation is Joji?
That's good.
That was interesting.
Joji, what nation are you?
Joji, are you channeling at the moment?
Or are you reading a card? Like,
Yeah.
Menominee. Yeah, that's who was there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Joji, are you pulling cards or are you channeling this
Wow, thanks for
information? Or just
coming,
letting me
Joji.
know?
Wish you were here.
Yeah. The weirdest thing of that whole experience was like a kid came up right behind me and said, "Mom," like that, like right here.
Wow.
Like, you know,
That gives me goosebumps.
right behind your neck. Yeah, and you're like, eh. That's what I was like. I thought maybe my son's screaming through the door.
Oh.
She's very informed historically. This is awesome. What a
That's
coinky dink that okay. No, we know there's no coincidence. What synchronicities that Joe's in the chat tonight.
awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Menominee took the Sauk that were kind of refugees. No, yeah, it was the Menominee that took the Sauk, I think, as refugees back in like the late 1700s or early 1800s.
The Menominees have been there for 10,000 years or more. They were there like
before the Anishinaabe.
after the Ice Age. They were there.
They were really trying to defend themselves. They had to defend themselves. Okay, there's a book called Child of Two Mothers. Come on, show. Goodness sakes.
Claim.
Wow, there was a child taken from. What's NDN, please? I don't.
Indian.
Oh, okay. to Canada. Our chiefs tried to get him back. Okay. Sonia was drawing circles.
I was literally seeing like the circles of like the Olympics or like an
Yeah.
Audi. Like I was seeing
Monopoly
interlinking
and the Schneider.
circles. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay, so some tribes didn't get along.
Well, that's because the Potawatomi are part of the Anishinaabe. They moved in from the East Coast, and they started displacing a lot of people.
A lot of people were displaced.
So maybe this had nothing to do with or little to do with the white man. It was,
But, again, for me, the question is like why the energy was focusing only on that building. And if it was just Julie and I, it's like, well, maybe because we were meant to feel that, but it seems like Shelley got a similar feeling from that.
Well, she felt that was maybe coming from the table, like the table held.
But Shelley's also
Something.
fairly sensitive.
She is.
yeah. All right, let's pull that as one of the last questions is why this homestead?
Or maybe like what can we do with this now that
right now that we know, how do we heal this?
Yeah.
How do we heal this situation for you?
Yeah, I would like to ask that.
Like disperse that energy.
I'm gonna pull from a different deck.
Sounds like you have to go back to your
How can we heal this?
Okay.
do a little ritual when nobody's watching.
Right? Clear it, sage it.
And I also got midday on another one, so maybe it has to be midday.
I got the Wheel of Fortune, but it's also with bringing balance. Somehow.
Ooh, I got a headache now, by the way.
Oh, sorry, Amber. You're not
Like
grounded.
right here, and I feel a little
Thank you, Sonia, for
I
coming.
feel a sick feeling. Like
What time
yeah.
do you go there?
Midday.
Hang on, Peter. Oh, beautiful cards.
That's interesting that we got 2 of the Fool.
Yep.
And they're like in the same stance. Look at that. And they're tribal.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What can we do?
Orion is time of
Oh my gosh, look what I got. Hang on. All right, so how can we heal? I first got the
now you've completely disappeared.
yeah. Wanting to restore balance. But I get this feeling that they're asking to restore balance in the earth cycles. And then I got temperance, healing,
Maybe just being aware.
Say that again, Julie.
Maybe just being aware of what went on there. Just being aware.
I love that card.
And
I got the 3 of Swords.
yeah, that's like the broken heart.
They want to
Being
heal
aware of the pain that remains there.
Yeah.
So in my oracle, so midday is the perfect time to ride the thermals and soar above the lazy, soar above the fray. You will live long enough and tally up enough life experiences to don shaman's eagle cloak. Journeying to other worlds brings you closer to your true self. Your higher self is sailing toward full-blown freedom while teaching you how to travel the universe at will. Your guardians and animal spirits are offering you assistance and protection. Eagle is holding his feather over your head, blessing you and sending you courage and contentment. Trust your higher self. Your connection to spirit is strong right now, and you should sense a renewed sense of purpose. Get outside, get started. The weather is warming and the sun is shining. Find out what opportunities and blessings will blow your direction that day. And I'm thinking Beltane at midday is when we need to go.
Right. I was just thinking we can pull that sun card, and with the tightness in our throats, I'm thinking they wanted to be heard.
That tightness has moved up to my eyes like I want to cry.
Aww.
Went straight up to my head here, and I feel like nausea also. Like I think it feels like a sick flu.
You have that. Janie Press says that when you get a headache like that, it's because you have a message and you're not saying it. Like you need to give the message.
I wonder if the person.
So that is what my final question was going to be: is what message do you have? What final message do you have?
So Amber, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Yeah, say what you didn't say. Say.
No, I wonder if the person was deaf and they spoke with their hands.
Mm.
I wonder if
Which?
they can speak.
Go on.
I don't know.
Joe G, we appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe G.
So you guys want to pull cards on that? The final message? What final message do you have for us?
I mean, the biggest thing that I got was the this, which I
Yeah.
have no idea what that means. If anyone knows what is this,
Mm-hmm.
like wings, but not wings. It's hand. It's
Right.
like hands.
You.
And
I'm seeing.
the like the Audi sign or like the interlocking circles, links,
Mm-hmm.
Hands, isn't that?
and
It was from Latin.
No, but I've seen other images, not just
Yeah.
hands Latin. I got 7th generation.
All right, let's see what I get. I didn't even look. Oh, okay.
Is that 5 of Cups?
Yeah, 5 of Cups.
that's again.
Yes. Yeah, there's all this sadness.
Sadness, generational sadness.
Right. But look how far we've come. We have to be grateful for how far we've come. The crows.
Yeah,
So Joe G is the 7th generation granddaughter.
I love it.
Oh,
Wow. There's that horse again.
Yeah.
I pulled the 10 of coins.
yeah.
But
Open
the
your
first
eyes.
card, the first card I pulled though, the devil came out. Oh, that's not the devil. The devil card came out again. What
I
message?
guess that's as the trickster, like they were.
Right. And
For
maybe they're feeling released from those kind of constraint. Maybe we've helped them somehow. I got the priestess.
You know what message I'm getting? I think being that something was taken in that area,
Mm-hmm.
to counterbalance it with giving. So maybe if you offer some cornmeal into the land next time you go, or like
Definitely.
near the outside of it, like some seeds. Definitely the cornmeal and the tobacco, but some seeds. Also, I don't know why I'm getting seeds like growing, like just to give back to the land since something was taken on the land.
Well, that was one of the things that I made a point of saying while we were there is like there were no gardens, like there were no like plantings in this whole village. So I think some prayer ties and corn would be a good thing.
Cornmeal.
Yeah.
Genocide tool. See, that's what I felt. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the alcohol. Yeah.
So that could be this devil card talking about that just now.
Now alcohol's just turned into other things like heroin and
Yeah.
But I also got from this devil card, believe it or not, is we've like uncovered some knowledge of what they did to them.
Yeah.
It's only an hour away from her. Did it come up? Come on.
Okay.
Right, Joe G. I don't know how to get a hold
Oh,
of you.
that's
But
great.
Yeah.
That would be great. Maybe you can do an offering there.
yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
All right.
Do a prayer.
Let's go on that. If we can bring an offering, would an offering, and the priest gave them alcohol to control.
You did get the Hierophant, right? You got the Hierophant. I
did.
usually pull the devil with like traditionally when I get like an alcohol problem with someone, like I used to always
Get the dream card again. Like visitors in the night.
Oh my goodness.
Specters. Bring in flowers.
Oh God. I got the 10 of Swords again with this one too.
Oh my goodness.
Journey. Yeah, journey. Yeah.
What offering? It was like interesting that there's a tomahawk.
Thank you, Joji.
Tomahawk.
Is there a way? How can we hook up?
Cut ties. So Joe G, if you want to, well, I didn't put there. You can look up my, through your websites. I put your websites through the.
Are they in the description?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
How far away are we from there?
A little bit over an hour.
Yeah.
I'm
still on. Hang on. Yeah.
Connect on Joji. Do you have Facebook?
Yeah, definitely.
You can go on Julie's Facebook page. The is that in the description box?
I don't know.
I live
Joe
on my
G.
pets. Okay.
Also, what I got from this card here was a cord cutting ceremony.
Do you have
Perhaps.
some equivalent of that, Joji, that you know?
How fascinating.
You'll know what to do. Let me go here on Facebook 1 second. Let me go to, which one do you want, Julie? Which page would you like? Maybe you can connect on.
Yeah.
Or just my regular Facebook, Julie Cuccia Watts. Just
okay.
On Facebook.
Okay.
That I didn't put in the description, so.
And easy to find.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just put it.
Sorry, she's allergic.
Me too.
Oh, you're allergic to Facebook. Okay. Well,
where can you send messages?
Oh, do you have your New Moon Trading Co. email?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Gmail.
Yeah. Just
okay. So I put Julie's website in there in the link, so she can go to her website and contact her through that.
Yeah. Go to the website and contact Julie through that. That will be the best thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
there we go.
Yeah, and you can look. Yeah, email links. Go to her YouTube channel and look under the email link.
A lot going on tomorrow. Otherwise, we would just fly up there.
Well, I don't know if we want to shoot for Beltane or not, because that's what I'm thinking. But we're game.
Yeah.
How exciting! Wow. Well, thank you guys. I think we learned a lot about the land and the what went on. The offerings that fell through, the false offerings, we'll call them, them having to leave their land and hide. So that a feeling of oppression, it was, I think, from the land itself. And we didn't really find out why it's in that particular home.
It would feel good to go there and smudge and just be there.
You're not allowed to do that.
But no smoking sign.
That's right. You can't smoke in there.
Well,
smudging might be a problem.
What if we're just like outside and just send the energy?
Yes.
Yeah, you could definitely give cornmeal and Joji will know what to do.
You know what I've done before at my place of work? I have taken a selenite wand and did the intentional cleansing that way, and it actually helped.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, so perfect. So I love that.
Who's gonna stop you, Joji?
Just show them your tribal ID, and you
can. Tribal ID, we're good.
That's right. You can do it.
Maybe not inside the building, but we couldn't do it outside.
Even at the crossroads.
Yeah. So Joji, do you know, because I kept seeing a Exodus, like the Trail of Tears. My ancestors walked the Trail of Tears, and so was there something similar that happened like that, Joji, that you might know of? I'd be curious to know about that.
She's the seventh generation.
What'd you say?
It's her place to do that.
Oh,
clean it.
I love it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Many tribes had
with us.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I just got this feeling right here just now reading that. my ancestors walked that tribe. So
I grew up on a crossroads, Joji. I
Did
grew
you?
up on the Watertown Plank Road. That was a native trail.
wow.
So I felt these people like they were always around. I heard drums when I was little.
At the bear shop.
And there would be
Did
days
you?
where I would just have to wear a long dress because I wanted to be with the people that I felt around me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow. So this was awesome, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Joji, as well, for sharing.
Absolutely.
a long
You
one.
really had a lot of information for us. That was just synchronicity happening for us tonight with her.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, any of you have anything coming up on YouTube?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Teasing Tara.
Tarot Tea and Tara.
Oh, yes.
A little bit lighter than this. We're going to talk
A
about
little yin yang thing happening.
Venus retrograde, which is happening tomorrow,
Yes.
which is maybe why we are getting this chance to go back in time
Right.
and heal. Because
Yes.
Venus retrograde, sending the love backwards.
Yes.
So
I still think it's weird how my pop-ups aren't popping; they're fading in and out.
Joji knows Harold.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh. I
Oh,
have paranormal coming up next week with Ivana Intuitive. Yeah. So that'll be fun. She has a prison nearby her, and
Harold Kitchenego. Yeah.
Yeah. He's my Vision Quest friend.
oh
Vision
wow.
Quest brother.
Small world, right?
Oh my
That's
God.
so
It's such a small karmic circle that you can't even imagine.
It's true.
Yeah, we went out together in our Vision Quest. 1984.
Wow.
Oh, I'd love to do
Yeah.
a vision.
1984.
Yeah. So, okay then. She studied with his wife. Can't. StreamYard's super slow right now. Here we go. Studied with his wife
Colleen? Yeah.
at Market
Or his
University.
present wife.
Oh, his present way?
I
Oh,
don't
Marquette?
know. Which wife?
That's true.
Ah, which wife?
Yeah,
Did?
he's remarried, so it might.
Yeah, he's been remarried longer than he was married the first time. And we were hanging out with him.
If she studies with his wife, then I'm assuming it's the present one. Archival research. That's so cool.
That is cool. Cool. All right, my friends, thank you so much. This was a very intriguing.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of right now. There's some things going on in my head. Everything I do is delayed. I don't know what's going on with my network tonight, but
It's heavy with spirits.
Yeah.
and my throat is still tight. So I'm gonna have to do some... What'd you say, Peter?
The internet, it's a series of tubes. There's only so much to fit in there. All right.
But anyways, so
channeling Ted Stevens from Alaska. Never mind.
I appreciate you guys coming on my 1 year anniversary of Paranormal, really, tonight.
Thank you for having
So
me.
what happened? And I love the interaction. I love the spirit box. We got, Heather had asked about the girl or the female figure she saw in the corner, and you said the name Candace.
Yeah.
At
I
one
said
time.
Candace.
Yeah. So
That was a name that I heard, Candace.
Yeah. And again, we don't know. Like, it probably wasn't the same family all the way through to the
right.
60s when they moved it, but
I felt a whole bunch of people behind me.
there were a whole bunch of people behind.
All different people.
Yep.
Came walking, and it was like they all came walking in from there, and like all stood behind me, like from my right, and I felt this cold air come through and like something was like spilling into my throat.
That's what I felt too.
It was like
Tightened.
Like I couldn't swallow.
Yeah.
yeah, it was like filling up.
It affected my voice at one time.
I
I was just thinking about the child when I was asking about the child, and I pulled that priest card. I was wondering if it was a son of like the preacher there or something.
Maybe I heard like a kid came right up behind me. That was weird.
Yeah.
I really thought my son was at the door, like for real. It was that loud.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. So
Peter does not have a YouTube, no.
well, I do technically. I just haven't put anything on it.
Just haven't
Oh,
started.
you?
I was
do have a
like,
YouTube
I
video.
technically had a channel for a year before I
There's nothing on.
yeah, I technically had a channel for a year before I finally went on. So you'll get there, Peter.
If you ever have a like a paranormal story, you ever want to talk about your tribe's legends, and you want to do a paranormal hangout on my channel, I would love to have you.
Yes.
You
getting your channel back up and going soon?
Real story. Well, we'll see. I'll pop on here and there, but not till my work is taking priority. Not till I am done with what I'm mission here. So
well, I appreciate you coming on tonight and doing this.
I'll be back, but
yeah,
there's an order to what
baby steps.
Yeah.
Jo has many stories, so she would love to come on there, I'm sure.
Yay, we love stories.
Email me and we can set it up since you don't have Facebook.
I'd love to get my Pendleton blanket.
My channel, you just go to
blankie time, right?
So maybe she can be your first guest upon returning.
Yeah. Just say it's Joji in your thing, and then I'll know it's you.
Yeah. And then I don't know if Michael, aka Wolf, watched the whole thing. It was a slow beginning, so I don't know if he stayed through the whole thing, but he's got a home that's really has a lot of activity, so I'd like to get him on here, and he can be on your channel, and maybe we can do the spirit box again for him if he's interested. I hadn't seen him in the chat for a while, but anyway, so thank you, because I've been wanting to get paranormal started back up again.
That was the sign language. Pretty bashful. That's what the sign language was.
Oh.
Is that what it was?
The one that she saw that she looked
like.
It wasn't that.
It was similar to that. It was like this. That's bashful.
Yeah. It was like
somebody wants you to talk, Joji. Calling you out, your people. Talk about
seventh generation. It's time.
It's time.
Yeah, it was like in my face. It was like this. It was like someone went like this to me. Like
come out.
But not like trying to scare me. That was not
just wanting you to
open your eyes. I agree with
you.
With like wings, but not wings.
Look and see. Pay attention.
Yeah, things can't heal unless people start talking.
Yeah.
And doing.
Yeah.
Almost as if like wings were here.
That's interesting. Maybe it was the son of Black Hawk.
Black Hawk probably wasn't on the eastern part of the state.
The hands by the eyes is about look and see. Look.
Or eagle. Wasn't there an eagle? She mentioned
recording our sign language.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, so Joji, this is a sign. Like this is a sign. That is a real thing. Like that is what it means. Like if you go like this in front of your face, like that's an official.
We have a unique. They have a unique sign language
in your tribe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Correct. It's open like this here.
So this is see. Pay attention. Look. Open your eyes. Look. See.
Oh, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Me too. I got goosebumps too.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That is awesome. I love that.
Joji, anything with the locking
Circles.
circles like Audi.
It's like a hoop dance.
It's like the circles come together. The circles come together. Many circles come together.
Many tribes coming together, perhaps.
Anything with that particular sign?
The connectedness of all life.
Sacred hoops.
You know,
Yeah.
the white people came here
It's
to
like
learn the ways of the native people.
Yeah,
But like when you put children together and one child is really well behaved and the other one is naughty, they both end up being naughty.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that how it always is?
Yes.
And we've gone through this naughty stage.
Lowest common denominator.
And now we need to rethink things and
Yeah.
start doing things the natural way.
Yeah. I want to read this real quick. It says,
We are all related.
life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. We can resist change. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. So that's what this particular card with the circles on. I mean, I picked up that deck and this was on the bottom. So that was interesting. So we are all connected. We are all related. Absolutely. Thank you. This is awesome.
Thank you so much, Joji. And yes, please email me. I would love to interview you. I don't have to
really
be on camera if you. I've interviewed people off camera, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't have to get on camera if you're shy, but if you want to.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to bid everybody a good night.
hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. Oh,
that flew by.
2 hours.
2 hours in this basement.
Yeah. So, so I just want to thank everybody for being here. Let me put I was going to get a paranormal one, but I didn't have time today. So next time I'll have a paranormal. I want to find a gothic fairy. But thank you, everyone.
There, Ginger.
Cute butt cheeks, though.
That's what I mean. 2 full moons.
Oh, that's funny. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for a wonderful evening. Thank you, Joji, for your much wonderful information and the synchronicities as of your generational tribe being in this area that we were investigating. And I hope you enjoyed everything. And yeah, and then just if you have anything, Joji, that you want to do paranormal investigation on, let me know. Contact Julie and Peter, and then contact us all.
Yeah, connect.
Just, but thank you again, and everyone have a wonderful evening, and may the Venus retrograde be easily and effortlessly traversed. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Next time.